clarify that.
Want me to start singing to entertain them?
Those links will be different for both grades, right? Bands?
Let me,
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a couple cough drops.
Okay.
hang on, let's send that out real quick.
Oh. I gotta get rid of this.
Beginning on intervals 1 and 2, please report to the high school gym where the award ceremony will be seated on the floor after the bleachers, with the second grade in the back, first grade in front of them, kindergarten in front of them. Okay?
But it's on there now, so.
Stand back up. We can hear a basketball bounce and bounce and bounce.
I would rather you kind of stay here because that way you can see.
Now set.
The screen.
No.
You should be good because, like I said, I mean, if it's not gonna bother you,
No, it ain't gonna bother us.
We got it.
It ain't gonna bother us.
But you might tell Cody that.
Oh. But it was funny, we were down there, we heard 4 scores in 7 years. And then we heard the basketball bounce. And I was just going to tell you
that black light right
here.
here.
Black light. As a matter of fact, when it clicked on, we were in there, it clicked on me and Liz both jumped.
Good job. Back to my feet. Dave,
transferred to college. I said, we heard you. Well, then I did. I'm like, what's no big deal, as long as it's working for you guys. I said, yes, it's working for us, so. All right, thanks.
Darla, sit up.
Hey, Eli, what are your hands
Was that my Eli? My Eli. Hey, Eli, why don't you come sit by me?
for? Eli, go sit by Mrs. Williams, please.
That'll give people more space. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today? I like how you're following the 5 R's. You're being respectful. You're being responsible. That means keeping our hands to ourselves. Okay? You're being railroaders best. We're going to learn about who is getting awards today. Now, this is some of your first times being here for awards. Okay? So just stick with me and we'll get through these. And everybody will be getting an award today. Not every time will you do that, but everybody will be getting awards today. Okay? All right. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get started. As you get older, we have an On the Right Track award. So in 2nd grade, you start to get this award. And what the On the Right Track award is if you are a student who grades at least 1 grade without letting any others drop. So when you start to get A's and B's and C's and D's, that's when you start to get these awards, okay? So right now, if you're kindergarten or 1st grade or beginning garden, we don't get these quite yet. So this is just for 2nd grade. And our first person, and when you come up, if you would, come around this direction. So you see where Mrs. Royer is? You're going to walk down towards Mrs. Royer and around. And then Mr. Daugherty is at a table for where you would get a prize for getting this award. Now, you're going to be picking from that first table only, okay? Because we have the big kids coming next. So Mr. Daugherty will make sure you pick from the right table, and we can't spend a lot of time, okay? Everybody understand that? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, very good. So here we go. This first award goes to Sophia Lacey for On the Right Track Award. So come on up, Sophia. We're going to hold applause until everybody.
That means hold the clap. That
So
means
we're
hold
not
the clap.
clap. We're not going to clap until everybody gets their On the Right Track Award, okay? So Sophia's going to
No
pick the
clap.
prize after she gets her award.
We're going to run way back. Just stand over there right now.
Next is Bella Bolton.
No clapping.
Oh,
No.
wait, everybody gets up here.
Nope. Hold the applause.
Red Greedy.
We're going to wait to clap. Boys and girls, we're going to wait to clap. Wait to clap till the very end, okay? Mrs. Levy will tell us when we can clap, okay?
And last is Vance Gibson. I think he's absent, so Vance Gibson as well. So congratulations. Now we clap for all of our winners. Nice job, Nice job. You can pick the prize down where Mr. Daugherty is now. Head on down towards Mr. Daugherty and you can pick a prize. He's a part of the entertainment. All right, now for our perfect attendance. This means no absences or tardies in your first semester. That's quarter 1 and 2. Now, we got to understand that if you were quarantined, that does not count into your perfect attendance. Okay, so if you're quarantined, that's not considered an absence. It's only if you were sick for other reasons. Okay, so our first one goes to, and we're not going to clap until all the perfect attendances are done. Aurora Mead. Come on up, Aurora. Jake Oda. Aaron Smith. And Aaron Dennis. And I've got to say, I'll tell you after we do all the grade levels. Charlotte Dennis, Micah Peoples, Tyler Riffle, and Emily Mills. Well, she got it correct that till December.
Congratulations. This is right here. Very good, very good. Mike, congratulations. And Tyler, congratulations.
All right, real quick, I want to tell you guys, these boys out of Dennis' house, every child, and there's one more who's in 3rd grade, they all were in, had perfect attendance. So it's hard to believe that these times right now, we had a whole family who had perfect attendance. Let's give them a round of applause, please. And you're gonna get a prize. Okay, now on to the final award that we give individually, and then we each are going to get an award. We're going to get to come up. Your award, the final one, your teachers will give you back in your classrooms, okay? We'll have you come up at that moment. But this final one is one of my favorites. This one is the Charlie Brown Citizenship Award. And you have to qualify for it. And to be a nominated student, you have to show outstanding effort with how hard you're working at school with your grades. That means you're really trying to learn your letters and your words and your sounds. And also that you have a good attitude about learning those. You're not afraid to try, and maybe sometimes you won't get it right, but you're trying your best. You have good sportsmanship in the homeroom and on the playground. That means you invite friends to play with you. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you may say, somebody comes up and say, well, they're not really my best friend, but yeah, sure, you can come play with me. That's what a good sportsmanship is. And then what does Mrs. Burgett tell you to say when you don't win? That's what good sportsmanship is too, that you don't get upset. You just say, chicken nuggets, it wasn't my time, okay? That's what good sportsmanship is. Show outstanding achievement in citizenship, meaning you're everybody's friend, being respectful and courteous, being responsible, and honestly follow those 5 R's. Being resilient, be ready to learn, and be real and empowered, okay? So that's how you get nominated by your teacher for this this award. So it's a tough job for the teachers because there's so many of you that they could choose from. So let's see who they have nominated. Our first nominee, you're going to listen and see if you can figure out who it is, okay? This one's from Mrs. Clark's class. So Mrs. Clark, you want to come on up here? Would you like to read it?
You can read it.
Okay. This student is a very responsible, motivated, and caring student. This person gives his or her best at everything he or she does. He or she is a hardworking student both during and after school. This person cares about personal growth and works hard to achieve it. Every day, he or she shows an interest and is always involved in classroom discussions. This student also pays close attention to instruction and stays on task well. That means always listening and doing what she or he's told to do. He or she is a great student to look at to as a role model for his or her fellow classmates, and this student is always willing to help students in need of academic support. That's if they're struggling to learn their ABCs or in words. She is a great friend to others and is aware of others' feelings. This student starts, oh, I gave a secret away, I don't know if you caught that. This student starts and ends each day with a smile. This student is a wonderful young woman, and it is my privilege to nominate Amelia Minnick from the beginning garden class.
We clap for them.
The next student is from kindergarten. It's from Mrs. Fry's classroom. This student is being nominated for the Charlie Brown Citizenship Award because he or she is an outstanding student. He or she always has their eyes on the teacher and waits for directions. This person works hard and always doing their best. This student can read all of their red words loud, identify all letters and sounds, and is starting to read already. Yay! That's so exciting. The student I'm choosing is always willing to help or participate in class. Not only that, but he or she is a great classmate by always willing to help his or her peers, playing nicely with them and modeling good behavior. This person is a dojo point leader in our class. So think about that. Can you figure out who it might be, Mrs. Fry's class? Because he or she is always demonstrating the qualities one needs to be a PACS leader. He or she truly is one of Bradford's best. This student started the school year very shy. That means didn't say much. And nervous to start kindergarten. The progress he or she has made, Mrs. Fair says, he or she is a quiet leader and is a joy to teach. For all these reasons and more, I would like to nominate Jake Oda for the Charlie Brown Citizenship Award. Keep up the amazing work. I am so proud of you. Come on up, Jake. Our next nominee is from Mrs. Ridout's class. Come on up. I should have Miss Fair come up. I'm sorry, Miss Fair. Vivian has a good attitude. This child has a good attitude each and every day at school. He or she is the first one to follow directions, and when this child lines up to go out of the class, he or she is showing a quiet sign every time. In class, she tries her best. She works really hard to have good handwriting. When she needs to ask a question, she raises her hand or will whisper to a friend to ask so that he or she doesn't disrupt the class. I think if you're paying attention, you might know who this is. He or she is reading well because he or she knows her letters and sounds as well as her sight words. She is blending sounds together to read and write. In math, she is counting to 100. She adds and subtracts within 10. And at recess, this student will play with everyone and always has a positive attitude with her classmates. For these reasons and many more, Mrs. Ridout would like to nominate Vivian Flippo for the Charlie Brown Citizenship Award. Come on. This next student is from Mrs. Burning's class. This student is a very kind student and is a friend to all. The student is always willing to lend a helping hand to anyone in need. This student is always using his or her manners in and outside of the classroom. This student raises their hand and always asks permission before doing anything. This student always tries their best and gives their best effort. This student is not afraid to ask for help if something is challenging for them. This student strives to do their best at everything that they do and is the first to follow the directions. This student is a great role model for all of their peers. This student is very respectful and responsible. This student is one of Bradford's best. Mrs. Burning is proud to nominate Chloe Lutz for the Charlie Brown Citizenship Award. Come on up, Chloe.
Yep. Oh, I guess I could have taken her awards, but whatever.
We'll give it to you.
Sounds good.
All right, this is our nominee for Mrs. Royer's class. I would like to nominate the student for the Charlie Brown Citizenship Award because this student truly exemplifies one of Bradford's best. This student is one of the sweetest students I've had the privilege of working with. The student is polite and kind, knows when it's appropriate to talk and when he or she should listen carefully. This student follows directions and takes their time to complete each assignment, never rushing to finish even when their peers are done. This student is focused, prepared, and goes above and beyond the class expectations. This student is also a great friend. He or she will work with anyone in the class. They will shows compassion. That means that you have a heart, and when you see somebody hurting, you feel bad for them. When a classmate is sad, and offers encouragement when it is needed. Smiles and hugs have and continue to brighten my day every day by this student. Even though this is their first year in the school building, this student has quickly learned what it means to be a railroader and always strives to meet the challenge. This student should be proud of all of their accomplishments. Keep up the great work, Marley Phillips. The next one is from Mrs. Irwin's class. So be listening. This Charlie Brown's kind, caring, and friendly character makes them an excellent role model for other classmates. We can always count on them to make good choices in all parts of the school day. Even on the playground, they demonstrate excellent role model behavior by always showing their best sportsmanship and willingness to help others. This Charlie Brown strives for excellence in all they do. They have a strong desire to get better at reading, recess, and their family. Above all, they're hands down the hardest worker I've ever encountered. They never give up and always push to get better at whatever they are working on. This Charlie Brown is a pleasure to have in class, and I have no doubt that they will make an excellent scientist. I look forward to seeing the many gains that they make over the course of this next semester. Keep up the great work, Boston, because you are the final Spurgeon. I will have and wish we could slow time down. All right, next is Mrs. Sims. This student is a very hard worker. I know I can depend on this student to complete their weekly assignments on Google Classroom without needing reminders. This student takes their time and works thoroughly to avoid mistakes. When this student needs help, they ask for help and always thank me for helping them. This student can sometimes get a little chatty with their neighbor, but the student quiets down with a quick reminder. This student has a quiet personality. At times, the student comes into the classroom, completes the morning tasks, and gets right to the work on their Chromebook. This student is so quiet and quick to get to work, I have to just double check to see student is here. I always look forward to seeing this student in the morning. This student is respectful, polite, and honest. This person always pays attention in class and often wants to answer the questions. If something doesn't go their way, the student doesn't get upset. This person says chicken nuggets probably, shakes it off and goes on about the day. This student, Tyler Riffle, is a pleasure to have in class. He is a role model for all of his classmates and an asset to Bradford Elementary. Keep up the great work. I told you it's really hard to decide who then gets the Charlie Brown Award, because these are some amazing students, and there are many more out there that are just as amazing. Just keep being the best you that you can be. But the person who received the Charlie Brown Award today is Marley Phillips. All right, congratulations, Charlie Brown Award winners. You want to go back and sit down. We have one more award to give out, so everybody, one more round of applause, get your prize. Okay, so we're going to go ahead while they finish up getting their prizes there. I have a special award that was from PAX Charlie, and I don't know if you've seen PAX Charlie around or not. But there is a thing called the Golden Rule. Does anybody know what the Golden Rule is? You know what it is, right? What is the Golden Rule?
I know.
Jason, what is the Golden Rule?
Treat others how you want to be treated.
Exactly. That is exactly what that Golden Rule is. Go, come up here and say that into the mic, because I don't think anybody would get that. Here's what the Golden Rule is.
Treat others how you want to be treated.
Exactly. So if you want to be treated kindly, you have to do to others as you would have them do to you. Okay, that's been around for a long time. Ask your grandmas and grandpas, your great-grandmas and grandpas. They'll remember the Golden Rule. So you need to treat each other the way that you want to be treated. So if you aren't kind, people are not going to be so kind to you. So keep that in mind. So I have a pledge that you're going to make, and you have a certificate, and you get a prize, because you're going to promise that you're going to follow the Golden Rule. And that means treat others the way that you want to be treated. So if Mrs. Clark's class can come up first and stand up here in front.
Turn face that way. Okay?
And then Mrs. Clark is going to take these certificates. You're going to each get one of these when you get back to the room. You guys raise your right hand, and we're going to say the Golden Rule. Ready? Say after me. I promise to do unto others as I would have them do unto me. That's the gist. I can never even say any verses correctly, so I'll read it the next time. But let's clap for them that they got it correct. And now they get to get a prize out of this. I'm going to go by very quickly. We have like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right there. That's right.
My two, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and walk.
1, 2, 3, and walk. Dakota, go sit down. You got a prize. Go sit. All right, our next class we'll bring up here is Mrs. Fry's class. So Mrs. Fry's class wants to come up here and stand, please.
My kiddos know 1, 2, 3. Don't.
1, 2, 3.
And then if you don't have it, I go on to the next, right?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And you're going to face the audience. Face the audience in a nice straight line. You come over here too because you're a big class. So come on over here and stand. Stand over here too. Good job, Jay. Right here. Jeanette's name?
No.
Okay, put your right hand up. Do you know which one that is? It's this one. Right it up. This hand. Okay. Now let's say this together. I promise to do to others as you would have them do unto you. Okay, that just means whatever you want other people to do, be kind to you, then you've got to be kind to them. And then Mrs. Sparrow will have these for you each to take them home. Let's clap for them. They just make a promise. And once you get your prizes, go sit down so we can start with the next class. Let's have Mrs. Ridout's class start to come up now.
My kiddos, biscuits and bubbles, please.
I heard Mrs. Burning class say, you gotta be quiet. That's what you want people to be quiet when you come up here and do this. So that's doing unto others as you have them do unto you, okay? All right, here we go. Right hand up. Mrs. Ridout's class, put your right hand up. It's this one, right? Okay? And repeat after me. Say, I promise to do to others as you would have them do to you. All right, let's clap for them. All right, and Mrs. Ridout has that certificate for you. Mrs. Burning's class, you can have them line up starting right here. Abby, start right here, okay?
Making a line this way. At the end of my line, I'll go around that. Hey, Alex, Ori, grab line. You're supposed to follow the line. Follow the line. Right, go sit on the line. Grab something fast.
Practice your right hand. Where's that right hand at? Where is that right hand? First grade? Where's your right hand? What's in we put on our hearts every day for the pledge? Are you ready? Say, I promise to do unto others as I would have done unto me. So whatever you want to happen to you, make sure you're treating these people the same way. Let's all clap for Mrs. Burning's class. Just go back and sit down where you were before, please. All right, which is your right hand? That's what we put on our heart every day for the pledge. Where's your right hand? Put it up. Right hand up. Right hand up. You're not going to do that. Put your right hand up. So I know you're going to promise this. Okay. Pax Charlie says we want to follow the golden rule. Repeat after me. I promise to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Yeah. Okay, you understand what that means. That means you need to treat people the way you want to be treated. Okay? So if you want to be treated kindly, you better be kind to others. Are you doing what you want others to do? Are you talking right now? You better think about that promise. They were quiet when you were up here.
We're not playing with them. We're listening.
Mrs. Irwin's class, if you want to come down at this end.
I was gonna say there was a big function cord. And then they don't have the cord. Or half of them are going that way. Yeah. Yeah. Like half of my kids were like acting like they've never walked in a line before. So.
Okay. I like the green we got on Independence for Patients. Good job having your green on. Alright, we're going to put that right hand up. You know which one it is? Pledge. Right hand. Which one you put on your heart for the pledge? Okay, here we go. Say, I promise to do to others as you would have them do to you. Right, so whatever you want to have happen for yourself, make sure you're doing the same for them. Let's clap for Miss Irwin's class. All right, Mrs. Sink's class, if you want to come on up and line up right behind Jackson right here. Where's that right hand? Oh, are we doing to others as we would have them do to you by making sure we're staying quiet? All right, here we go. Say, I promise to do to others as you would have them do to you. Let's clap for Mrs. Sink's class. Now, we're teachers, Pax, Charlie, and I will be looking for whether you're treating each other with respect, okay, and being kind to one another. All right, well, that's our awards for the beginning garden through second grade. We appreciate you coming and hope you have a great rest of the day. So if Mrs. Fry's class wants to start on out, they can start the line out. Thank you.